The crisis in the Democratic Republic of Congo is back in the spotlight after the M23 militia, backed by eastern neighbor Rwanda, captured the mineral-rich city of Goma, which lies on the border between the two countries. Here's a complete report on the developments over the past 15 days and the key factors in play. Stéphane Dujarric, spokesperson for the UN chief, commented on the deaths and injuries that occurred between January 26th and January 30th.
The World Health Organization and its partners conducted an assessment with the government that's between the 26th and yesterday, and report that 700 people have been killed and 2,800 people injured that are receiving treatment in health facilities. These numbers are expected to rise as more information becomes available.
Hundreds of people with anti-government banners gathered at a rally in Goma, a key eastern city of the Democratic Republic of Congo, now mainly under the control of the Rwanda-backed M23 group. In Goma, North Kivu's capital, life resumed and markets reopened after M23 took control following intense fighting. The Rwandan-backed group pushed further, vowing to march to Kinshasa. During crisis talks in Harare, SADC leaders pledged unwavering support to the Democratic Republic of Congo after M23 advances.
Summits reaffirmed solidarity and unwavering commitment to continue supporting the DRC in its pursuit of safeguarding its independence, sovereignty, and territorial integrity, as well as sustainable peace, security, and development.
It is the individual and collective duty of all member states to do much more towards permanently silencing the guns if we are to succeed in achieving these aspirations.
Burundi's president warned the M23 Congo conflict could spread.
Est-ce que la communauté internationale ne voit pas les conséquences? Je vous dis que si ça continue comme ça, la guerre risque d'être généralisée dans la région. Parce que le peuple ne peut pas se laisser faire. Si le Rwanda continue à faire des conquêtes dans le territoire et dans notre pays, je sais qu'il va arriver même au Burundi. Parce qu'il est en train d'entretenir des jeunes réfugiés. Il les arme. Maintenant, il est en train de les aguerrir dans la guerre du Congo. Un jour, il veut venir au Burundi. Nous n'allons pas accepter. La guerre sera généralisée.
On 2 February, the Red Cross recovered the bodies of victims from DRC clashes. Families gathered on parish lawns and shared meals as churchgoers attended their first services in Goma since the M23 seized the city in eastern DRC. Armed militia supporting the Congolese armed forces trained new recruits to fight against M23, which had begun advancing south after seizing Goma, the largest city in eastern DRC. On 3 February, M23 leaders walked the streets of the captured DRC city of Goma. Dozens attended a rally in Beni, northeastern DRC, to denounce the Rwanda-backed M23 group. Victims of clashes in eastern DRC between the Congolese army and the Rwanda-backed M23 armed group were buried in a cemetery in Goma. People in Bukavu, the capital of South Kivu province in DRC, reacted as the Rwanda-backed M23 armed group announced a humanitarian ceasefire in the country's explosive east.
Aujourd'hui, une telle déclaration, ça montre encore leur stratégie militaire. En même temps qu'ils disent qu'il ne faut pas prendre la ville de Bukavu, c'est une stratégie pour eux de se renforcer en hommes et en munitions, et en même temps ils sont en train d'avancer pour prendre la ville de Bukavu. Ainsi, nous demandons quand même aux autorités de ne pas se fier à des temps de déclaration, à se concentrer et à rester aux aguets pour mettre hors d'état de nuire les ennemis de la République. Je pense que c'est une distraction totale. Et le gouvernement congolais ne devait pas en tenir compte. Parce qu'à chaque fois que le M23, AFC, sollicite un cessez-le-feu, un temps après, on constate que c'était une manière de distraire le gouvernement congolais. Et quelques temps après, le M23 AFC récupère beaucoup de villages et avance davantage. Voilà pourquoi moi je pense, comme les M23 AFC sont déjà au Sud Kivu, solliciter un cessez-le-feu, quelques jours après, on sera surpris qu'ils ont récupéré Bukavu ou Vira, et pourquoi pas même d'autres villages, d'autres provinces.
Hundreds of Congolese nationals protested in front of the EU offices in South Africa, demanding sanctions against Rwanda and President Paul Kagame over their support for rebels in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. Hundreds of people from various churches, including Catholic, Kimbanguist, revivalist, and Protestant, gathered at a mass in Bukavu to pray for peace. Members of the Congolese community in Angola gathered to denounce the hypocrisy and cunning of the international community after the fall of Goma to M23 fighters and Rwandan troops.
Nous n'avons plus besoin de l'aide. Vous n'aidez jamais. Vous n'aidez jamais. Vous ne savez pas aider les autres. Des sanguinaires que vous êtes. Vous avez toujours créé des guerres des siècles et des siècles. Mais maintenant, le temps a changé. Le temps change du jour au jour. On n'a pas besoin des Américains, ni des Européens.
On 5th February, Vivian van Delaware Pera, Deputy Chief of the UN Peacekeeping Mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo, spoke about the death toll.
Our latest assessment, and these numbers come from the country team who are actually actively helping the M23 collect bodies and give them as decent a burial as they can manage, is that so far 2,000 bodies have been collected from the Goma streets in recent days, and 900 bodies remain in the morgues of the Goma hospitals. We do not think that number would not go up. We expect this number to go up.
The Catholic and Protestant churches sought to meet DRC political actors, including M23, to begin a national dialogue as Rwandan forces launched a new offensive.
Nous préférons parler du forum pour le consensus national. Donc, un document qui mettrait d'accord tous les Congolais, quels que soient les pouvoirs qui pourront se succéder, ils devront se souvenir que les intelligences congolaises, au-delà des ambitions politiques, se sont réunies et ils ont pensé que c'est la voie indiquée pour que le Congo bénéficie de ses richesses et que le Congo puisse vivre en paix avec ses voisins.
The Rwanda-backed M23 armed group called on brothers in the DRC armed forces to join the revolution at a large rally in Goma. UN Chief Antonio Guterres warned about the deteriorating situation in DRC.
Addis Ababa, my message is clear. Silence the guns. Stop the escalation. Respect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Uphold international human rights law and international humanitarian law.
Congolese in South Africa and supporters protested in Cape Town against the worsening situation in eastern DRC. The Economic Community of Central African States called for an immediate cessation of hostilities between Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo. On 8th February, Kenya urged an immediate ceasefire at a summit on the DRC conflict. On 10th February, a mass was held in Kinshasa to call for peace in eastern DRC. Dialogue is the sacred word. It is the key word that can help us out of our current situation, said Cardinal Fridolin Ambongo Basongo. Residents and health workers in the conflict-hit eastern DRC city of Goma were worried about the shortage of drinking water and the cholera risk for those getting water from nearby Lake Kivu. The bodies of South African soldiers killed during the M23 capture of Goma were handed over to their families in Centurion, South Africa, ahead of a memorial service attended by President Cyril Ramaphosa.
In the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the Congolese people have been suffering yet again from a brutal cycle of violence. And the fighting that is raging in South Kivu as a result of the continuation of the M23 offensive threatens to push the entire region over the precipice. Regional escalation must be avoided at all costs. There is no military solution. The deadlock must end, the dialogue must begin, and the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the DRC must be respected.
Time will decide if hope can emerge from the chaos in Congo. Only the future will reveal the path for the region. Bureau Report, NewsX.